Music of the Night is a musical kicking off the 2022 season of instantly recognizable tunes that audiences love and know at the Centurion Theatre. Now, the stellar cast gathered to take viewers out on the harmonious theatre highway are Urbani, Carly Graeme, Adrian Galliard, as well as Stephanie Baartman, running for a limited season from February 24th to March 5th. We chat to one of the actresses, Carly Graeme. Carly, good morning. A very good morning to Morning Live. Welcome to the show. Can you please tell us more about the musical? What is it about?
Good morning. Thanks for having me on the show so bright and early on a Sunday morning. The show is a lovely journey through Andrew Lloyd Webber's repertoire. So that is a lot of familiar material to people. People always know the Phantom of the Opera, the music from Cats, from Starlight Express, Sunset Boulevard. So what we're doing is we're taking you on a journey through his vast repertoire of music, and we're giving you a little bit of insight into the fact that he's possibly not always the first person to have written that song.
Which musical favorites have you included, and what can people look forward to?
Well, I think almost every song in the entire show is a musical favorite, which is what I think everybody can look forward to. I think there's something for absolutely everyone in it. We've got the magnificent Stephanie Baartman singing a version of Memory that you will never forget, trust me. We've got Music of the Night from the Phantom of the Opera. We have Jellicle Cats from Cats. We have a vast number of tunes that everybody should know, with a few newer ones that perhaps are a little less well known, but a great introduction to what's to come from Andrew Lloyd Webber, hopefully, that we'll see in the near future.
And why was it important to include the new, fresh elements to the show?
Well, I think it's always a good thing for people to understand what's happening currently. And, you know, in South Africa, we tend to be a few years behind what's happening on the West End and Broadway, purely because of the cost implications and the rights. It's very difficult to produce such vast productions on such a grand scale and make sure that it's financially viable. So we're kind of always waiting a few years. But at the moment, what's running on the West End is a new Andrew Lloyd Webber musical called Bad Cinderella. Well, it's actually called Cinderella. And it's sort of a punk rock version of the old fairy tale, as well as School of Rock, which has been running for a number of years now and doing very well on Broadway and open in the West End to packed houses as well. So I think it's really important for people to see what's happening currently, not just these nostalgic songs that we all love and love to sing. It's really lovely to see where things have moved to.
And I believe Craig does a rendition of Sunset Boulevard. Tell us a little bit about that.
He does a magnificent rendition of Sunset Boulevard. We actually had our first run through with the full band yesterday, and it was unbelievably exciting, super goosebumps. I think having been in lockdown and just having the artists and the band come together and hearing everything, apologies, that's my dog greeting everybody, it's just spectacular. Honestly, the sound was glorious. I can't wait to be in a live theatre with human bodies in front of us and just giving everybody what they want.
I want to talk about the cast members, because there's young Emma there. She's the youngest member of the cast. How has she managed to gel in with everybody?
Emma is wonderful. She's gorgeous. She's absolutely spectacularly talented, really one to watch. And she's just sort of come in and fitted in and does her job like the rest of us do, and very disciplined, knows her material. So I would say to everybody, look out for Emma Galliard. She's one to watch, and she does some phenomenal vocal things in this show, and shows a lot of her versatility quality as well, which I think is fantastic.
And I want to talk about what themes are explored with this musical, and what was it like for you preparing for the role that you play?
So the kind of overriding thread of the show is how Andrew Lloyd Webber has perhaps borrowed, if we can use that term, tunes from classical music, songs known, not only classical music. In fact, the chords from Phantom of the Opera were actually Pink Floyd's to begin with. So we explore the idea that what is it? Is it plagiarism? Is it just familiarity? Is it when something is really popular and sits in your ear? Is that something that we can keep turning into hit after hit after hit? And I think Andrew Lloyd Webber has proved that you absolutely can. For me to prepare for the show, so a lot of the material I've actually sung before in some place, or whether it be on a stage or in a studio. And because it's the very popular material, it's not necessarily unknown, and we sing it regularly. Preparing was interesting because I had to, get my voice back in shape after a period of lockdown where we haven't been performing. So, getting back on track with that and doing a lot of research into the different versions of everything, because we want to give audiences a fresh take of what's happening and not just the same old that they can put a CD into, or a dial stream something and listen to it. We want to really give them something worth coming to watch. So we've tried to put a fresh spin on almost everything. You will still recognize everything, and it will still be glorious in its splendor that it was written in, but it will really, to come and listen to some live voices will just be fantastic after this period of nothingness.
And there's something about Lloyd Webber's work that, is transcendent throughout the years, that even today we're still remaking his music and his work. What do you think it is about his work that has that staying power throughout the years?
Well, it's interesting because, a lot of his work began as small tunes or snippets of tunes from classical material. He studied as a classical musician, and he's managed to work it and weave it into music that has stood the test of time, as you just said. And I think what he manages to do is write simple music that people can remember. And I think that's a huge gift, is to be able to write music that people want to sing along with, that they can remember, that they can hear, even when they're not listening to theatrical material. A lot of his music has crossed over into popular music and hits, and some of the top vocalists in the world have chosen to sing his material, which is proof that it's really is special. And I think that's what makes Andrew Lloyd Webber. His ability to just create these incredible, memorable tunes that people love to listen to and we love to sing.
Carly, good luck with the show. Thank you so much for talking to us this morning. Carly Graeme sharing more on the music of the night, a musical happening at the Centurion Theatre from the 24th, I think that's Thursday, February to the 5th of March. All right, let's take a quick ad break. We'll give you sports news after this. Stay with us.